I know the person you're looking for.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
We have reached our destination.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the dagger. Such blades lack heft, though this grants them the advantage of speed. Thieves favor light armor, which leaves them more vulnerable to attacks than those of other vocations. Their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that new paths to master will open up to you over time. Try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
Good if you work yourself to death.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
A common reward, frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
Shall we seek some answers?
Aught you need of me?
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
Sir Gregor wishes to speak with you, Master. Shall we go to him? If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Time to get back to work.
We have arrived.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Good. Then let us be on our way.
As the Arisen commands, so must we abide. Show some haste.
We've got goblins!
We have no need of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Rentard, be sure to avoid open flame. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Most impressive, Master!
We can ill afford to grow overconfident. Our foe is not yet routed.
Outstanding. Very well. I shall return.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders. They are not... Best hope you're not one of them. Regardless, do well not to invite my mistrust, Joe.
A flawless execution.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
Is there nothing we can do about this obstacle?
If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance?
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
We are alone here, methinks. Perhaps we might stop a moment and find our bearings.
I quite agree.
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
shall be done. I am here to aid you, Arisen.
Here we go again.
Fight. To arms!
By your leave.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I would make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
But not at the expense of my duty.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use. townspeople depend on.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Captain will have my head if I skip another patrol.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
The sun has yet to set. We could rest here now or press on a while longer.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. It's
Here we go again.
We must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort.
By your leave.
Let me get that.
We've got goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Well fought, Arisen.
Very well. I shall.
Enough!
I did my best to match your skills.
What's happened? We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Well done. Battle is to be avoided, I take it, Arisen.
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
True enough.
Oh! My head will blow if Walter's alive. I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await.
Goblins, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Battle is best avoided here.
Very well. I shall return. I cannot fault your prowess. Keep on them, Arisen, and I'll strike them down.
A wise strategy.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
I'm in awe of your powers of detection. I'm sure my master would be astonished to learn this is here.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
One should think we'll be able to counter whatever comes our way.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
And I shall remain by your side. Do not despair. I'm coming to your aid.
It is vital you remain level-headed.
Well done, Master.
path lies ahead. The only problem is how to reach it.
We must keep our eyes peeled for a way forward.
At once, Master.
Let me get that.
The sky is radiant this night. I feel at peace to gaze upon it.
Right you are.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Bones! Walking bones! Well done. These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
What's this? We're trapped. Fie! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
A Cyclops! Pray, be on your guard. Mayhap the force of this torrent will be employed for our own ends.
I've just had a thought. Every master I've ever served has favored different tactics. One party I joined consisted only of ranged specialists.
Each to their own. It seems we have enraged our foes.
Might we not use their rage to our advantage?
I am well aware. Of the particular. Right, left hand.
By all means.
It's time we made some cuts to inform the people of Vermin that the Arisen has come. Shall we?
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision.
We are fortunate indeed. This is a rare find.
We shall have to think long and hard about what to do with it.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
It would allow us to save our strength. Assuming we're not attacked, that is. I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
under attack!
How quarter
We can afford to grow overconfident. Our foe is not yet ready.
ought to be proud of.
That's enough.
That's it. I've had enough.
Impeccable! Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
Hurry!
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign. The only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the council's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Not cut my teeth in a
I
real
hope
battle.
my subordinates are attending to their duties. Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry. Visit the tavern a night if you've aught to discuss.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
I'm dead on my feet after
Like the
today's
spirit
training.
of a woman half my age.
Suppose I best earn my keep.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Not much has changed since I was a girl.
I've trained for this.
I get along with him.
No sense travelling when I'm happiest here. All the best players travel in. Might go find
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
Now I have to go to market on top of all else.
Right, that's one order done. Looking for a craftsman? I'm a...
Hospital different as well.
It's been a hard day. I need one better today.
Barely scraping by.
What to do? I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called extravagant.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only pieces of the finest quality line these shelves, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Hope to see you again.
We found a chest. Let us examine what it has to offer.